to Naked Inside. Very important news today. Breaking news. Kind of crazy. What is going on in the world of K-pop? HYBE is literally owning half of the K-pop world now. And we are here to discuss that. So, this is like very, very breaking news. It just came out less than an hour ago, and I'm here to explain my understanding of the situation and how this will unfold. Yes, HYBE owns SM now. I know, right? HYBE owns SM. It's insane. It is insane. Yeah. Before we go on, everybody's going insane. Everybody's going insane. Before we go on, these streams are brought to you by Naked Soul, which is our website where we sell Korean stuff that you can only get on Naked Soul, local Korean brands. We have all these different products from local Korean brands, and you can check them out in the pinned comment above. Like this one. This one RM has in his studio. You should check it out. The Pensive Buddha mini sculpture. And yeah, go check out the link in the pinned comment above. And yes, HYBE is now the biggest shareholder of SM. It's insane. What is the world? What is going on in the world? So, let's explain the situation. First of all, what happened? Well, HYBE has acquired Isuman's shares for the 422.8 billion won worth of Isuman shares, which is about $330 million. It's 14.8% of the total SM shares, and Isuman owned about 18.46%. So Isuman has sold most of his shares to SM Entertainment. This makes HYBE the biggest shareholder in SM, essentially taking control of the company. And now that's not the most interesting part. I mean, that is very interesting, but the more interesting part is the drama that surrounds this whole business deal. Okay. So, just yesterday, I was talking about how Isuman was going to take legal action against his own company that he owns because Kakao was taking over 9.05% of the company, and they were going to issue new shares, and that would dilute Isuman's shares. And Isuman was against this. He said this was illegal, and basically, I think there were conflicts with the board members of SM Entertainment and Isuman. Even though Isuman owned the company, people doing the business side, I guess they were trying to restructure the company so that they could get so that Kakao can come in, and they announced the whole SM 3.0 thing. I actually found a very good online post of what was going on. Okay, what is going on? So yeah, these are the representatives of SM Entertainment, the people that are running SM Entertainment, and basically, there a lot of shareholders were unhappy about the fact that Isuman, he had this separate company called Like Entertainment, right? And he owned that company 100%, and the SM business model had been basically revolving around um, like SM Entertainment's business model. Um, he built it so that like he would get a portion of its profits to his company, like Entertainment, which means essentially people thought like, okay, this is, you're paying yourself, right? You're paying yourself loads of money, and you're taking home all this cash, and people were not happy about that. Um, so, uh, so that's why a lot of the small shareholders, this is somebody from Align Partners, who is one of the shareholders in SM Entertainment. They essentially were complaining, like saying like, hey, this is not right. Like, you're paying yourself, you're essentially like just taking away company money in the name of outsourcing work, which could probably be handled all inside, in-house. So basically, they changed the board members, and yeah, they went around like getting signatures and stuff, and essentially they did a whole reform of the SM board members. So they were trying to change the leadership of the company, and that's why they came out with the SM 3.0 plan a few days ago, saying like, oh, okay, we're not gonna use Isuman's company anymore, and we're gonna just do business the normal way, and we're gonna set up all these multi-labels, and then in the process, Kakao is also gonna come in. So Isuman saw this. My mouse stopped working for some reason. Isuman saw this, and basically he was pissed. He was pissed. He was like, okay, well, you can't decide on who, you can't just decide to issue new stocks and sell off the company this way. So he said this was illegal, and that's why he said he would take this to he would go to court with this. So he already filed in some legal measures against this official legal complaint. And then HYBE comes in because Kakao, they're a big IT firm. HYBE, they view themselves as a rival of Kakao. And HYBE comes in and says, hey, Isuman, how about we collaborate? Because I can't let Kakao become, a big player in the entertainment world. So essentially, yeah, Kakao wanted to take control of SM, but HYBE comes in and takes Isuman's shares, and they have already announced that they plan to purchase more shares from retail shareholders. So they said they're gonna get their shares up to 20%, and they are already the number one the number one shareholder in SM Entertainment. So it's a battle between HYBE and Kakao, but HYBE said that they will get 20%. So this company, I don't know what's gonna happen exactly. But but there is an internal battle, and it looks like, if HYBE comes in, they might change the leadership again. Because when HYBE came in, they announced that, oh, we agree with Isuman's vision. And the current leadership, they alluded to not agreeing with Isuman's vision. And that's why they ended the contract with Isuman. And they tried to basically keep him out of the company. And they were working on that. So if HYBE comes in and says, oh, well, we talked with Isuman, Pang Seok met Isuman, Pang PD, and we agree with him, is what they said. We agree with his vision. That's why we bought his shares, and we're gonna carry his vision forward. So if they're saying it like that, then that basically means there's going to be a big internal fight over whose vision is right. And it might get a little bit messy. I honestly don't know how this is going to unfold. But HYBE is on Isuman's side. And also, in the process of all this business, Isuman's company getting the royalties, that was a big issue, right, for the company. Well, HYBE, along with their agreement to purchase Isuman shares, Isuman also agreed to not receive those royalties for his company. So essentially, he gave up a lot of his what he wanted in order to keep Kakao out of this. I honestly don't know why Isuman is so against Kakao when he is already out of the company. It's not like I don't think he's gonna come back. But maybe it might be a pride thing, or maybe some other reasons. But yeah, HYBE and Isuman, they are collaborating, and I'm guessing that I'm thinking that the reason, actually, yeah, I think I do know. I'm guessing that Isuman will come back to the company. Because the reason why he had been approached by CJ and Kakao before for to purchase his shares, and the reason he said no to them was because they didn't want him to be executive producer. But since he agreed with HYBE, and since HYBE said they agree with Isuman's vision, that might mean they made a deal where, okay, I'll buy your shares and I'll make you executive producer again. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. It is actually very crazy. Yes. And now the comments are, tell me, let's ask some questions. Let's ask some questions. I don't know if it's disturbing. It's just it's just business, right? But it is definitely crazy. Something that you wouldn't expect happen. What does it mean for artists under SM? I don't think it really means that much, but I feel like just internally, I feel bad for the employees, or maybe they'll be happy because they got just bought by two big powerhouses in the industry. but um, it'll be like having two bosses saying two different things. I feel it's kind of crazy. And why is there a fan war in the comments? Who are these idiots? uh, it's not considered an acquisition, right? Because they have the top shares but not majority. I guess it's they're so SM leadership is, I think they're calling it a hostile takeover. But it's not an acquisition, no. I mean, why are you guys fighting in the comments? How much is 422 billion won? It's about $330 million. Yeah. But yeah, that is the current situation. We will be giving updates as more news comes out. Will it affect BTS solo albums? No, it will not. It doesn't really affect the artist. I feel. Yeah, I don't think this will have a big effect on the artists themselves. I mean, SM was already doing fine for the past 2 decades. So I don't think this is like, gonna really change anything for the artists. Okay. And I don't understand why people are Okay, I'm gonna block this person. Okay. This person in the chat that you need to go. Yes. What percent of shares does Izuman own now? So by the looks of it, he owns 4%. But yeah, so SM's leadership, they basically said they are against hostile takeovers, including those from HYBE. The CEOs have stated so it's just people trying to, keep their jobs. Everybody's trying to keep their jobs. I feel like that's the biggest fight here. Everybody's trying to keep their jobs. Izuma wants to just, still have control over the company that he created, which I understand, but and the leadership, they're trying to control. They're trying to keep their jobs and stop themselves from getting fired by the board, and having a shareholder revolt, because shareholders don't want Isuman in. Shareholders don't like the fact that he is taking a portion of his profit and a portion of the company's profit and sending it to his own company, because that's unethical. Yeah, that is shady business practice. But yeah, I don't know if people will lose jobs. But I do know like what happened in HYBE internally. Like, so I can't say much, but like since a lot of my industry friends tell me a lot of different things, when HYBE started expanding rapidly, they brought in a lot of new people, and then a lot of existing people left. My friend told me when he left, uh, in that period of time, in that like few weeks of time, 400 people left the company because the leadership, they brought in a whole bunch of new people to essentially replace them, and then they realized, okay, I gotta leave. So maybe if that's their way of doing business, that might happen. But then at the same time, like the music industry, the K-pop industry, the rate of people quitting their jobs and moving companies is just so high. Like my friend, for example, that wasn't HYBE but left with 400 other people. Uh, he went through like 5, 6 different major K-pop companies. So, and he's, only a few years older than me. So, like he changes jobs every 3 years. So it's very common. It's very common, I guess, for people to change their jobs. But that's what I, yeah, that's what I heard. 400 people left at once, and I heard there was a lot of like internal drama. But then there's internal drama in any company, so so I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't speak for other company. I just know from like anecdotal evidence, like stuff like that happens. Mm. Yeah. 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 Apparently, according to like, I mean, this is not just like from my friend, because like you see this stuff posted online all the time in Korean communities. Like we have this community called Blind, which is like basically a gossip site for people in different industries. So you gotta authenticate that you're working. You gotta prove that you're working at a company by entering your company mail. You gotta uh, log in with your company mail in this online community website, and then like it shows your company name beside your username, um, and then you talk shit about your bosses. And lots of posts online have emerged, and I think one of the common characteristics was that because the HYBE, they hired a lot of people that aren't from the entertainment industry into the company in higher up positions. Um, People who have been working in the entertainment industry felt like they didn't understand the proper way to run an entertainment business. And basically that's what a lot of people have been saying. Maybe they're wrong because HYBE is the most successful company in K-pop, but yeah, that's why a lot of people have left. Yeah. Let's see if there's more news. Not much more news. Pang PD has said, "Oh, I agree with HYBE agrees with Isuman's vision of metaverse, multi-label systems, and eco-friendly campaigns." So they're gonna do more of the Kwangya stuff. the funny thing is, okay, so NBC has a feud with HYBE, right? So HYBE artists and HYBE artists don't appear on NBC. Well, now they're saying, okay, maybe then SM artists won't appear on NBC anymore, and they'll see who's missing who. Mhm. Wow, SM Entertainment stocks rise by 17%. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. This is crazy. But it's just funny how like they're fighting through the news. Like the SM Entertainment as a company is saying something. And then there's Isuman and HYBE. And then there's like, Kakao. So like there's these 4 players that are all saying, they are all giving sound bites to the news saying like, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like you. I hate you." And they're all just pointing fingers at each other. And it's just kind of funny how like, this news comes up like, "Oh, Isuman and Bang Seok is collaborating and they're essentially teaming up to get SM." And then SM Entertainment's like, "Oh no, I disagree with this deal." Um, Cookie, thank you for the $5. Just because things have been done a certain way doesn't mean that's the best way. So maybe those people who were in HYBE needed to leave. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't really know the ins and outs, so we can't really say like one way or the other, right? You need to kind of know the whole situation. Hmm. But yeah, that's the mess that's going on right now. So I'll give you updates as more things come up. And in the meantime, you can go check out Naked Soul. It is our website where we sell authentic Korean products you won't find anywhere else. And for example, this pensive Buddha mini sculpture that RM has on his desk. Oh, we have the BTS photo books. I think most of them are sold out, but you can probably get a few of them. I think there's like less than 5 left for those. So yeah, you can go check out that website, the pinned comment above. And please go on over to Naked Soul if you're on DKUK TV, because we're gonna do nearly daily streams on Naked Soul's channel. And if you haven't subscribed to Naked Soul, please subscribe. Okay. And we will see you guys next time.